This week, the entire landscape of AI engineering has changed. Again, I'm Pedro, software engineer and expert in AI, and if you're feeling overwhelmed by the announcements like Aaron Wood coming to the reality, Gemini 3, anti-gravity, you are not alone. Today, I'm not just reading releases, I am walking you through the entire Google AI ecosystem as it is and as it stands right now, from the silicon up to the agentic frameworks. I've condensed everything into a single architecture build, so let's deep dive. It starts with compute. We have officially moved from Trillium. We are now looking at Aaron Wood TPU. The critic metric here isn't just raw speed, it is efficient. Aaron Wood is delivering 29.3 teraflops per watt. It is a massive jump from the 19.6 that we saw on the previous generation. This is an inference-first chip. It is designed specifically to handle the massive context windows and reasoning capabilities of the models that we are gonna talk in a minute. If you are running or training clusters in large corporates, this is the new gold standard for flops per dollar. Now, let's move ahead to the stack of MLOps. And I will be honest with you, this year, in this area, we haven't seen so many revolutions in 2025. But it is actually good because we need stability here. Data and feature management remains the backbone. We are still relying on the integration between BigQuery for warehousing and Vertex AI Feature Store for low latency service. It is the classic SQL to ML pipeline. It is not new, but is good and a good way to feed those models in a great way. So when we go to experimentation and training, you've got AutoML for the no-code quick wins. But for us as engineers, Vertex AI experiments is where you live. You can track lineage, hyperparams, and architecture search. When we move to orchestration and management, this is what we call Git for ML. Vertex AI Pipelines handles the orchestration while the model registry is gonna create the central repository for versioning your models. And when we got to deployment, we can use the standard endpoints that we all already know for the real-time inferencing, and also we can use the batch prediction for bulk processing. While the traditional attribution drift remains standard for tabular data, the critical evolution for generative AI this year is Vertex AI GenAI evaluation. Instead of feature attribution, we now use LLM as a judge metrics to continuously detect quality drift and safety violations in generative outputs. Now, going to the middle, we are going to talk about Model Garden, and you can think of this as your discovery engine. It is not just Google proprietary models anymore. You can use and search for Gemini 3, you can use and search for the open source family of models like Gemma, and also you can search and try different models from third-party providers such as Mistral, Anthropic, and OpenAI. All of them are accessible by the same Vertex AI API endpoints. Now, the star of the show is definitely the Gemini 3 that was launched this week, and the specs are terrifyingly good. Gemini 3 Pro is the flagship model. It is not just about the 1 million token context anymore, it is about reasoning. It excels at multi-turn complex coding tasks where it needs to think before it outputs. You can also use the other models that we already know, such as Gemini 2.5 Flash and Gemini 2.5 Flash Lite. And then, if you are building solutions that are on-device or that are self-hosted, you can use the Gemma 3 lineup. Now we have 4 different versions. We have 27B, 12B, 9B, and 2B. But the real value here is that you have in the side some specific domains variations of Gemma. You have Code Gemma, for example, for coding. You have Child Gemma for safety guardrail. You have Data Gemma and Med Gemma for domain specific. And also, if you are building RAG solutions, you can use Embedding Gemma. And also you can fine-tune not only the model itself, but the embedding model itself. So if you have some domain-specific words and data, you can fine fine-tune using your own domain data to train that embedding model in order to generate a very good vector representation of your data. This is very good in a system that you use Gemma and embedding Gemma. Now, when we go to creativity and multimodal generation, we need to talk about Veo 3, which is our Neo video model generation. And the killer feature here is that the model understands physics and prompt rewriting. So when you ask something to the model to generate it, it is gonna actually rewrite your prompt in a better way for generating a better video in the end. And when we talk about image generation, we have Image 4 and the most known Nano Banana, which is Gemini 3 on the back for very great quality image generation. And then we have for audio the Lydia 2. This is the audio engine that is not generating noise itself, but actually generating music with structure. And think that when you use Veo 3, you are using those two models combined. And finally, how do we actually build those stuff? Which platforms and products and services does Google offers for us as developers to build that stuff? You may think, in first place, in Google AI Studio. This is the first door that you may enter in. You can try, experiment different types of prompts, tools, environments across different types of models. And also, we can say that if a solution works on Google AI Studio, it will work on your code, because you can also export your current setup as code, so you can paste it directly into your code. This is a very cool solution that Google has offered right now. Also, we have the Google Gen AI SDK together with Agent SDK as well. But the massive news on this week together with Gemini 3 is anti-gravity. You must try it out. Google Anti-Gravity effectively replaces the traditional chat paradigm with a synchronously agent control plane. Technically, it uses the ADK, the Agent Development Kit, to standardize agent-to-agent orchestration, allowing the primarily manager agent to decompose high-level intents into a directly acyclic graph. We can call this DAG of tasks. These tasks are then delegated to specialized sub-agents, such as the new browser agent, while Agent Gravity can run your code on your solution in the browser and actually integrate with this to validate if the solution is correct or not. The critical engineering breakthrough is this shift from streaming tokens to artifact-based verification. Instead of using unstructured logs, agents generate persistent stateful objects, such as implementation plans, structured diffs, execution recordings that serve as immutable checkpoints for human-in-the-loop approval before ADK commits any state change on the code base. So, if you wondered if Anti-Gravity and Gemini 3 works well with a great code base, people in Google DeepMind have been deeply using Google Anti-Gravity. So there is no other larger code base than Google ones, so you can do it and use it very well on your company. If you're building multi-agent systems in 2025, you need to build this on Anti-Gravity. This is the full stack of November 2025 from Iron Huge to Anti-Gravity agents. The toolchain is massive. My advice, don't try to learn it all at once. Pick a layer, infra, model, agent, and master that first. So, I'm Pedro, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Gemini 3 and Gemma 3 family of models as well, and let me know what you think about it, and of course, try it on using Anti-Gravity. So, thank you for watching.